Hey everyone, this is Dalton at Daltonians TFs, and for New Year's Eve / New Year's, I thought I'd do a top 10 video. As you can see, these are my top 10 figures to come out of this year. Now, I will get into it with, the one figure, actually the two, because one is a repaint and the other is a third party. It's obvious which by now. The other is a remold. Well, I wouldn't say they're both repaints. They're heavy retoolings, but I'll get into it later. So let's go ahead and get on to number 10, and I will see you right then. Alright, and here we are at number 10 for my top 10 Transformers for the year. This is, of course, G-Axis. Now, he is by no means the worst. This is nowhere near a worst figures of 2014. There are so many worse figures I can do than this. Especially, since this is a top 10, this is number 10 for, just... I really love this figure quite a bit, but some things could have been done differently. The paint could have been done differently, along with a few other things, but I still really enjoy it. If you want to see the full review of this guy, check it out. It's down in the description below, and I'll put it right there in the annotation, or somewhere up here, probably there. That big empty spot, so probably put it right there. So, on to number 9. Alright, and here we are with number 9 being Chromia, which I just did a review of here just a couple days ago. So if you want to check that out, like I said, and we'll keep saying, for every figure, you can find down the review, or you can find the review down in the description below. Again, not by no means a very bad figure. She's really good. Just a few things could have been different. They could have fixed the whole clear wheel issue, and they could have used that smoky gray plastic, or even go the Takara route and use blue plastic. But overall, a really good figure. Like I said, down in the description below, annotation will be right there. Check those out, or check it out, since it's going to be the exact same link. So, on to number 8. Alright, and here's number 8, being Rattrap. Now, again, I'll keep saying this, by no means a bad figure at all. Just, again, a few things could have been done a little bit differently. The paint, they could have painted the guns, they could have somehow figured out a way to mold the wrist swivel, and just made the paint a little bit better is the main thing. But, again, you can find the link to it down in the description below, and it'll be right there. So, without further ado, let's go on to number 7. Here is number 7, Mech Ideas Gauntlet. Now, I really don't want to make this about the third parties, because it just, or I don't want to make this revolving around third-party figures, but just the fact that we finally have a really good-looking Iron Fist homage from this third-party company, really, it just knocks it out of the park as far as other versions of Iron Fist that are out there. I'm talking to you, Transformers Collectors Club. I mean, yeah, color scheme's alright, but this just pulls it off so much nicer. Link is down in the description, annotation's right there, check it out. On to number 6. And number 6 is Whirl. Now, I know a lot of people will probably have this in their top 5, maybe. But as far as me goes, not having the original, I still think this looks very much like that original, along with having a few homages to the comic book appearance in IDW, mainly with the head. But, I enjoy this figure quite a bit, and he was one of the highlights of this year, in my opinion. So, just wait till the next 5, and they'll start getting better, from my perspective anyways. I think a lot of you will kind of agree too. But, like I said, with the other 4 so far, link for the review is down below. Annotation will be right there, right in the center there. So, on to 5. And to kick off the top 5 of the top 10 is, well, another figure based on the deluxe Autobots. Those who know the G1 characters, thank you, and the Wreckers already know who this is. Roadbuster. Now, like I've said, not, he's not on the top 5, at the lower end of the top 5 because he's a bad figure. He is a really great figure in my opinion. There, again, just could have been a few things done differently with the paint, with some of the molding. But overall, I really, really enjoy this guy. I gotta be honest, when I first got him out of the box, I was playing with him for a good 2 to 3 hours, just, messing with the gun customization, checking out the vehicle mode. This figure was a lot of fun for me, and he really became one of the main highlights of this year for me, and maybe for a lot of other people. Like I said, let me down, or, just really good. So, check out the link down in the description below. You'll see the review, and again, right there is the annotation to go to that review. It's the same link as down below, so check that out. On to number 4 with Jetfire. Now, a lot of people I don't think will have this in the top 5, or maybe I'm wrong, maybe you do. But, I really dig him. He works a lot better for me than the Classics mold, and just overall really great figure. A few things wrong that I had were the chrome. It is a nice touch, Hasbro, but maybe a little bit less would have been better, and use some of that budget for more paint. I'm just saying. But, like I said before, for the past 6 figures, check out the links below. There will be an annotation right above his head. So, check that out. It's, both of them are the exact same no matter which one you click. So, check those out. On to number 3. And here we are at number 3 with a fembot that everyone's been waiting for. I just did a review on her Monday. Here she is, RC. Now, not number 1, because, again, a few problems. I recently found out that you can, if you're careful about it, get the gun to, well, I don't want to risk breaking her on camera if, it does end up breaking her, but I've recently found there's a way to get her gun to slide all the way in her hand. But, check her review out down below. She's a really good figure. I really enjoyed her this year. It was just amazing to finally get a G1 styled RC. So, check my review out. It's down below and right above her head. On to number 2. And here we are at number 2. Finally, 8 down. This one and one more to go. Here we are with a Masterpiece figure nonetheless, and that is Masterpiece Wheeljack. Now, I really, really loved this figure. I still really love this figure. It just looks so good. The transformation is fun and intuitive. It really does give you pretty much everything you would want out of a, just taking the figure from the cartoon and putting it in reality. The only thing different is the paint stripes, which, oh well. I still love him the way he is, and I couldn't be happier with this figure. This is, well, this gets a 9 out of 10. My personal 10 out of 10 will be up right now. Oh, and before I go any further, again, link and annotation down below, and let's do it right here. So, finally, on to number 1. And my personal pick for number 1 of 2014, a lot of people are really not going to be too happy about this, but I am just astonished with how well this figure turned out, despite his problems. And that, ladies and gentlemen, or viewers and subscribers of all ages, here he is, Brainstorm. Now, this is legitimate. I am not pulling anyone's leg. I am being absolutely serious. I really love this figure. As far as the generations lines go, he is the best figure that I've gotten out of the line so far. As far as, you know, this year. Now next year may be different. But I personally love this figure, and I couldn't be any happier with it. Now a lot of people are probably going to judge on my opinion of this, but again, it's my opinion, it's my personal view of the top 10 figures. So, you know, I just, you know, again, I couldn't be happier with this figure. He does have a few problems, yes, but he is well worth the price. If you can get him at stores, anywhere in your area, pick him up. It's just leaps and bounds better than I could have imagined. So, without further ado, let's go into some final thoughts and a final message. And, you know, again, check down description below. Annotations right there. See you in that little bit of a last message. Alright, and as I said with the, you know, all the 10 figures leading up to number 1 being Brainstorm, I really do enjoy these figures a lot. And, you know, none of these are, you know, the top 10. These are my top 10. I just want to make that very clear. If, you know, if you have your own top 10 figures, let me know down below. And, you know, let me see your guys' thoughts, because I'd like to see what you guys think of the past year for Transformers has been, and it'd be greatly appreciated. Also, you know, like I said, all the figures reviews were in the annotations, and they will be down in the description below. So if you want to see those reviews, go ahead and click those links, click those annotations. You go straight to one of the reviews, and that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys have a good new year coming up here in just very shortly. And, well, that's pretty much it. If you're drinking tonight, be very careful. Do not drive. Have a designated driver. Do not operate any equipment. Just be safe on this New Year's Eve, and I hope you guys have a good one. Look forward to what's coming out this next year, and I'll see you guys then.